Hey everyone, my name is Mars, like the planet, and this is Housewarmin. Today I'm giving you guys a 2.5 week update on my locks. Now I installed these starter locks on myself on September 1st. Today is September 18th, which means it's been about 2.5 weeks since I started my lock journey. Now I did start them with Finger Coils, and I would say these are medium-sized locks. I'm really not sure, but maybe you can tell me in the comments down below. And also I have type 3A hair. I did dye my hair before starting my lock journey, but I just want to show you guys an update of where I am 18 days in. Now obviously it is very new. I'm very new to this journey, and I will say that I only know what I know. So if you are super overwhelmed, if you are super uneducated about starting your locks, or if you are interested in starting locks, I will always recommend that you see a professional hairstylist or a professional loctician if you do not feel comfortable with doing your hair yourself. But I feel comfortable doing my own hair just because I've been doing my hair since I was natural, and I've been natural for over 10 years now. So let's just first take a look at the locks and what they are looking like. I will do just a little tour. You see that? So right off the bat, you can notice there is a lot of frizzing. You can barely see my parts or anything like that. And the first tip that I learned was to keep your hands out of your hair. Now there are some coils that have completely stayed since I started my starter locks, but there are some that have completely unraveled, and I took it upon myself to coil them back up. I know they say do not touch your hair at all, that it'll lock on its own, but I'm not doing that. I'm not having loose hair just all over my head. I am embracing my journey, but especially on the top of my hair, you can kind of see how loose it was. This I would not touch because it is loose, but there is still some type of curl at the end or coil at the end. There were some where it was just completely loose hair, like the coil had completely come undone, and those are ones that I decided to just go ahead on and coil it around my finger just to put it back in its shape. Now there were times when I really did feel like some locks were looking a little bit crazy, but I did decide just to leave those alone. The only time I touched my locks was when they completely unraveled and it was just loose natural hair. When I did recoil my hair, I was not doing a full retwist or anything like that. I was just simply coiling around my finger. I didn't like make sure the root was tight or anything like that. I made sure the root was very loose. I was very gentle when it came to putting my hands in my hair. So next, let me tell you what I've been doing with my locks every day and night. So most days I spray my hair with a little bit of water. I am not drenching my hair or soaking my hair or having it dripping. I'm just spraying my roots just a little bit just to help with the locking process. So I have a spray bottle. This has a few tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and water. Now I probably started with the water way up here, but every morning I will wake up and I will go ahead on and spray my hair. I will make sure I lift them up and separate them, and I will go ahead and spray on my scalp. I will make sure I get all over my hair, and that is all I do at the beginning of the day. At night, after I take my shower, I will put on a bonnet or a silk lined scarf, and I will make sure I sleep on a satin lined pillowcase at night. So these are two things that I use when I go to sleep. This is a cap and this is a scarf, and I just make sure that all of my locks are covered. Also, like I mentioned, you want to make sure that you are sleeping on a satin pillowcase, just because when you sleep on a cotton pillowcase, that can really add friction to your hair and can cause lint to build up in your hair from the cotton. So also, I know in the beginning stages, we call this the ugly phase. I don't like to call it that. My locks, some days they look good, some days they look a little bit crazy, and I do have to maybe take some foam sometimes Sometimes I take this Lotta Body wrap foam and I will put it on my hair, and then I will go ahead and put on my scarf just to lay down my hair a little bit if I need to go someplace special or I need to just look a little bit more put together. Today I have my hair in a side part and I just did my edges, but sometimes I will also use this head wrap. I don't know what it's called. I got it from Dollar Tree actually, so it was only $1, and I will just put this headband around my hair, and that kind of covers a lot of the frizz and a lot of the flyaways in my hair. Sometimes I will go ahead and put my hair up into a claw clip. So this is a large claw clip that I got from Dollar Tree, and I do not feel like it disrupts my coils at all, but sometimes I will just take my hair to get it out of my face and just go ahead on and clip my hair up. So I do, like I said, anytime I'm doing a style, they are very low maintenance. I am not pulling or tugging on my hair at all. So at this point in time, I have not washed my hair. I have not shampooed it, conditioned it, or added any more products except the water and oil that I do almost every morning. And then if I'm styling, I might use a little bit of the wrap lotion, but other than that, I do not put any other products in my hair. I know there are a ton of products out there, a ton of different oils that you can use, like almond oil, jojoba oil, that you can use in your hair, but I really don't want to recommend anything to you just yet, because like I said, it's only been 18 days. I am just reading and trying to educate myself, just like you watching this video. So if you really want to make sure that you are putting the correct products in your hair, and you want to make sure that you are getting the best recommendations for any type of products to use on your baby locks, I would definitely talk to a professional. I don't want you to spend your hard-earned money on something that might work for me and it might not work for you. I also want to make sure that during this journey, I'm just being really present with my hair. I'm not trying to have lock envy. And I know we see these beautiful pictures on Instagram of all of these men and women that have these beautiful, long, mature locks. And that's not me right now in my journey. That will be one day, but it's just not me right now. And so I just really have to embrace that sometimes my coils are going to come undone. Sometimes, my locks are going to be, bent the wrong way. Sometimes my hair is just not going to look the way that I want it to. And I really just want to embrace that, because this is a transformation. This is a transition that I am going through right now. So I really don't want to become, only looking towards the future and being like, oh, I can't wait till I have mature locks. I want to embrace this because hopefully I never go through this journey again. Hopefully this is the only time that I have these, fresh little baby locks. So I really want to embrace this journey. So since I have not washed my hair or anything like that, and I have not retwisted my hair at all, I do plan on doing those two things myself when I get to my 1 month mark, or October 1st, which is just in a few weeks. Now, from what I have read, from what I have seen that the 4 to 6 week mark is the best time to get your hair washed and retwisted when you have starter locks. Now, there are all kind of theories out there on when you're supposed to wash your hair and when you're supposed to retwist your hair, but the general consensus has been 4 to 6 weeks. So if you are not going to wash your hair or retwist your hair and you have starter locks, you want to make sure that you are going to a professional loctician, and you want to make sure you talk to them early. You do not want to wait till you hit the 1 month mark or past the 1 month mark to reach out and find a loctician. A lot of locticians in my area specifically, and a lot that I see on Instagram, they are very, very talented, and a lot of people want to hire them. A lot of people want to go to them. So they get booked up months in advance. So you want to make sure right now, if you are hitting the 2 week, 3 week mark with your locks, that you start looking out for a professional loctician that you can go to and get on their books now. Because if not, you're going to be waiting 6 and 8 weeks down the line, and you're not going to be able to get in, and then you're going to be looking kind of crazy. So you want to make sure that if you are not doing your own locks, if you are not maintaining your own locks, that you are continuing to start a relationship with a loctician around the 2 to 3 week mark, if you have not already done so already. So I will definitely record the process when I do wash and finally retwist my hair. Right now, like I said, I am only spraying my hair with water and oil. Then every now and then I will go then every now and then I will go through and separate my locks. I will just make sure they are not matting together. I will separate them just like this. I also want to make sure I am doing this on damp hair. I'm not just trying to pull apart dry hair. That is going to lead to breakage. I also want to mention that even though I have not washed my hair, I know some people decide to wash their hair after 2 weeks, which is completely fine from what I've seen. You should wash your hair based on your lifestyle. If you go to the gym a lot, if you sweat, if your hair is dirty, if you have buildup, dandruff, or anything like that, you should wash your hair when you see fit. You should not be going out in the world hating your hair is smelling bad, your hair is looking bad, or anything like that. So if you feel like after the 2-week mark, like you need to wash your hair, I definitely encourage you to do so. For me, I think my hair is pretty good so far. It does not really need to be washed. I just want to make sure that after I am spraying my hair, I am not tightly putting it up in a style or anything like this, just because that can kind of create a little mildew smell, and that's the only thing. So that does it for my 2.5 week update. I will see you guys at the 4 to 6 week mark when I do my wash and my first retwist. I'm really excited. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I will see you guys then. Once again, here is a look at my hair. I do have some favorite locks, like the ones in the back are looking really good. Like I love this one. I just love how big it is. And then, like I said, the ones on the top, I just recently kind of tried to retwist, but you can see they're a little bit thinner. And I've always heard that the ones on the top of your head will take longer. This one is kind of like, you know, see, it's not really like a coil or anything like that. You can't really even see my parts. You can't really see my parts anymore, but yeah, either way, I am loving the way that my hair is looking. So I thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to help out my small YouTube channel, it always helps when you leave a comment, you subscribe, and you give this video a thumbs up. But I post videos every single Wednesday, so I will see you guys next week. Bye.